Good morning, Gamarjoba. My name is Oleksiy, and I want to welcome participants of the online training on digital tools for tourism. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. A quick reminder that we have a website where you can find all information on the event. Check it out. We've just sent its link to YouTube live stream chat. Kargi? Okay. Today, we gathered here government officials, NGOs, and activists who are interested in Google's digital community development tools. And all of you, dear viewers, are participating through a dedicated online broadcast. Our event is organized by Georgian National Tourism Administration, Georgia's Innovation and Technology Agency, and Google. And I have a pleasure to invite to our digital platform the very first speaker, Dmytro Sholomko, Business Development Director, Google Eastern Europe. Dmytro, the floor is yours.
Good morning, dear guests of our event. Very happy to be here. Very happy to not see every one of you, but hopefully you see me. And very happy that you are here and you actually with us and you are interested in learning something new today. Of course, it's an extraordinary situation in the world. Things are becoming very strange, very special, sometimes very bad. But we all know that this issue, the virus issue, is like this is not forever. The panic will be gone, and the world will definitely turn to normal. Maybe new normal, maybe something will change in our routine, but we know for sure that many things will go back. Travel will go back, enjoyment of life will go back. Nice weather will be always with us. Nice food will be always with us, and interest of many people to learn something new, to see something new, will also be back. Some people think that the situation when the world is in crisis is not a proper time for actually doing something new, or we just all need to focus on survival. We don't think it's actually true. We definitely need to think about future, and the practice shows, and we saw in our lives a lot of crises, that people who start early, people who start thinking about changes, about new investments, about new opportunities, um, actually during crisis, are usually winning and getting something more and reaching new levels and new heights when crisis is over and life turns back to normal. That's the reason why we're doing this event, and I'm very happy we do it for Sakartvelo, for Georgia. It's one of the few countries that Google in Eastern Europe actually is covering with activities like this, with trainings like this, because we believe that uh, your country is something that will benefit greatly from what we want to show you, what we want to exchange with you. Hopefully, you will learn something new today. You will be very energized. You will be motivated to really start preparing to good things now, and actually spend your time during quarantine and your lockdown in a much better way than many people in this world. Have a good day today. Have a good event, and goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dmytro. Thank you for your inspiring speech. We would like to share our good relationship with the government of Georgia, and we would like to thank the government for its support and initiative in enhancing Georgia's tourism potential. And at this point, I would like to welcome Avtandil Kasradze, Chairman of the Georgia's Innovation and Technology Agency. Please.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Alexei. It's a great pleasure for me to host you here in digital Georgia, and I will make my speech in Georgian for my fellow Georgians. მოგესალმებით მეგობრებო. პირველ რიგში მიხარია, რომ არსებული გამოწვევის ფონზე ამდენ ადამიანს ხედავ, ვისაც აქვს სურვილი თავის წვლილი შეიტანოს ჩვენი ქვეყნის ციფრული მომავლის განვითარებაში. სასიხარულოა, რომ ჩვენ 1000-ზე მეტი განაცხადი მივიღეთ ონლაინ ტრენინგისთვის, რაც არის ნამდვილად რეკორდული მაჩვენებელი. მე მინდა მადლობა გადაუხადო ყველას, რათა ვინც მოახდინა ესეთი მაღალი დონის ორგანიზება. პირველ რიგში დიდი მადლობა მინდა გადაუხადო კომპანია Google-ს და მის გუნდს ამ არაჩვეულებრივი შესაძლებლობისთვის. მადლობა ბატონ Oleg-ს და ბატონ Dmytris, რომელთა დახმარებითაც შესაძლებელი გახდა საქართველოს ჩაბმულიყო იმ გლობალურ მარათონში, რომლის მიზანია ციფრული ტურიზმის ეკოსისტემის განვითარება. სარგებლობის შემთხვევით და განსაკუთრებულ მადლობას ვუხდი ტურიზმის ადმინისტრაციას და მის ხელმძღვანელს Mariam Kvrivishvilis, რომელთაც დღეს ქვეყნის წინაშე უდიდესი და უაღრესად საპასუხისმგებლო მისია აკისრიათ. იცით ალბათ, რომ სწორედ ისინი უამრავ მოხალისეებთან ერთად უძღვებიან საკარანტინო სივრცეების მოწყობას და მართვას საქართველოში და ამ ყველაფრის ფონზე შესანიშნავად ახერხებენ თავისი უპირველესი ამოცანის შესრულებას, როგორიც არის ტურიზმის განვითარება საქართველოში და ეს ღონისძიებაც არის ნამდვილად ამის დასტური. მინდა ხაზი გაუსვა ინოვაციებისა და ტექნოლოგიების როლს. დღეს კიდევ უფრო მნიშვნელოვანი ხდება ციფრულ ეკონომიკაში ჩართვა და მოხარული ვარ, რომ ასეთი გლობალური კორპორაცია როგორც Google-ია საქართველოს გვერდით არის ამ საქმეში. მე წარმატებებს ვისურვებთ და ვიმედოვნებ, რომ მაქსიმალურად პროდუქტიული იქნება დღევანდელი ჩართვა და იმედი მაქვს ეს სისტემურ ხასიათს მიიღებს და მალე შესაძლებლობა გვექნება, რომ ფიზიკურ ვორქშოპსაც ერთად უმასპინძლოთ. წარმატებები. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Avtandil. I am just checking if we have Mariam online from Georgia National Tourism Administration. Okay. Anyway, we can come to this a little bit later. I would like to tell you, Avtandil, that it's really a pleasure working with you within this program. And at this point, I would like to pass the word to Oleg Yakymchyk, Government Affairs and Public Policy Director, Google Ukraine and Georgia. Oleg, please, you are on air.
Thank you, Alexei, and hello, dear participants. I'm happy to welcome all of you to this online training on Digital Tools for Tourism Georgia 2020. Today we are going to talk a lot about tourism, about trips that actually involve physical movement. Yet we all know that this opportunity is now justifiably limited because of the global threat, the virus. But this doesn't stop us. We developed this training, enhanced it with motivational success stories, workshops, and interactive parts. All this in order not to forget that soon we will have the opportunity to travel again and explore beautiful places such as Georgia. And our general aim is to boost the tourism capacity of Georgia, both internally and externally, through our Google for Tourism campaign. In Google, we value opportunities for people and communities. And this principle is integrated into our all products and services. I don't want to talk too much. You will see and hear everything yourself. I just want to thank all our partners for their support. We are not alone and met progressive support from Georgia state institutions, from Georgia government, such as the Georgian National Tourism Administration, Mariam Kvrivishvili, head of the GNTA, and Georgia's Innovation and Technology Agency, Avtandil Kasradze, the chairman of GITA, that are all very open to cooperation, understand the importance of opportunities and the synergy we all get from this cooperation. And of course, thank you, dear participants, because everything is organized for you. Therefore, I wish everyone inspiration and to have a productive training. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Oleg. I'm just checking if we have Mariam Kvrivishvili online or not, or if you want to pass this word to her colleague from national GNTA. Tornike? Okay. Anyway, thank you, Oleg. We'll come once she joins us on this event. I would be happy to pass the word to her. And I would like to draw your attention that the overall purpose of this training is to get participants acquainted with Google Digital Tools. Joint creation and editing open maps with different objects, visualization and analysis of community-based cases. Today, a team of leading Google local guides, certified trainers will provide advice, assistance, and support to each participant, creating a pleasant learning environment and ensuring enjoyable experience during training and practical application of their digital competencies. And our first masterclass will be delivered by Andriy Radevich, Google Industry Manager, who will tell us about current trends that internet brings to businesses and business development. Andriy, we are ready.
Okay, thank you, Alexei. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Georgia. Gamarjoba. Thank you for being with us this morning. I will be the very first speaker, and thank you so much for this opportunity to connect with all of you. I'm starting my broadcast, my presentation in a while. Alexei, could you please confirm that everyone can see my slide, and I will start here, right now.
I can see your slides. All the participants can see your slides. Everything looks great.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and let's get started. Okay. Thank you for being with us this morning. My purpose of my very first presentation is to share global internet trends, what's happening online, what's happening in the internet world, to share with you some relevant data, to share with you some relevant statistics, and probably explain what is going online right now, so you can be equipped with the knowledge and you can get more knowledge about what's going on in the internet. Okay, my purpose is to be a little bit a mythbuster and to fight the myths that are around the internet. The very first myth that I can hear from people around the world and from people from Georgia, that the global network, the internet, is not growing anymore. We reached maximum of capacity. It's not true. The global network continues its growth and expansion. We still observe a huge growth of the internet, and there is a lot of opportunities right over there. So let's have a look on the very first data, how internet is growing. At this moment, last year, we reached a level about roughly below 4 billion people, 4 billion users of the internet. And this number is growing significantly, roughly 7-8% per year. So internet is still growing, and we are still below the maximum of capacity and the maximum of users over there. If we look on the internet penetration doubled from roughly 24%, 1 of 4 users was online 10 years ago, to roughly a little bit more than 50% of penetration, to 51% of the world population. So we can expect in the next 10 years that population of the internet will double using these trends. Let's have a look on the regions. Which regions have more users, which regions have less users, and from which regions we can expect more users to come to the internet. So let's have a look on Asia Pacific, the biggest region in the world by population, but still far below by internet penetration. So only 48% of internet user penetration is observed in that region, and we can expect this number should be doubled in the next years. In our region, in Europe, internet penetration is something about 78%, and the lowest internet penetration is still in the region of Africa and Middle East. Only 1/3 of population have access to global network in that region. So you can see that in the most regions of the world, in the most continents, except Europe and North America, the most developed regions of the world, we can still expect a lot of new users come to internet. We at Google, a couple of years ago, launched a program called NBU, Next Billion Users. The aim of this program is to serve users of the new countries who just come into the internet these days. We expect next billion users to be online in the following years. Let's go ahead and check the countries. In which countries we observe the more users? First of all, the biggest country by the population in the world is China. And in China, internet penetration is roughly 50%, roughly 60%. So we can expect hundreds of millions new users from such countries as China and India, which come online these days. United States, country number 3 by population, there is no much space to grow. However, in such countries like Indonesia, Brazil, we still can expect a lot of new users to come. So you can see by this chart that the more population country has, the more internet users we can expect from that country. For comparison, a couple of years ago, even a decade ago, this list was absolutely different. And the top of this list were the most developed countries in the world. However, now in the top of this list are the most populated countries in the world. So we can see that the network becoming more common around the world. So let's go ahead and check how the internet is growing. At this moment, we have shared that we have roughly 4.5 billion of users. This is roughly half of the world population, and the internet is growing roughly with 10% year over year. It's increasing. This number of users is still increasing, and we can still expect a lot of new users to come to the internet. Every single day, 1 million new users connect to the internet for the very first time in their life. Even today, when we are talking, a new million users will come online for the very first time. I think this is a great opportunity for all of us to capture and to connect with these people. Okay, let's check the speed of the internet, because the network is not growing exponentially. The network is also growing by its quality. And the network became not only bigger, but the network become more faster. Over the last 2 years, the average download speed, this data is available through the speed test service, which is not Google service. Over the last 2 years, the average download speed increased roughly 40% just for 2 years. And mobile internet connection increased for 20% for the last 2 years. So we can see that the network is getting bigger and the network is getting faster. And average download speed for the just last 2 years increased up to 64 megabits 64 megabits just for the last 2 years. So the network is increasing by its capacity and the network is increasing by its speed, which give us such great possibilities like today that we can connect online. Nevertheless, this lockdown due to quarantine and coronavirus, which is happening around the world, so we still can see each other and can communicate via fast network. So let's go ahead and check mobile technologies. This data is available through Ericsson report, and we can see that at this moment, this report is available for the 2019. It was observed that all over the world, it was around 8 billion of mobile connections. I mean, 8 billion mobile connections, not users, because we also include in there machine connections, computers, and so on. So, and the most popular technology was LTE, which is 4G technology, and we can expect that for the next decade, the new generation of mobile network will come online. 5G will give us even more possibilities to connect through mobile. Let's go ahead. World average mobile data consumption is 7 gigabytes per user per month, and is growing at pace at 50% per year. So on average, every mobile user which has a smartphone consume around 7 gigabytes of traffic. And please note how fast this number is growing from year to year and how huge investment should be done to satisfy the demand for this infrastructure. So on average, let's also dig in some data for mobile networks. On average, annual mobile traffic growth rate is at level 70%. On 70% every single year, we observe more and more traffic on mobile networks. And for the 2019, we observe that this number reached 68 exabytes. 68 exabytes is 10 with 18 zeros. This is the huge number of data that is pushed through the mobile networks. This is the mobile revolution of the internet that happened for the last decade. On average, world average time spent using internet per user is 6 hours 42 minutes. On average, more than roughly 7 hours per day we spend online. We spend using digital communication we spend using internet. What does it mean for us? Let's have a look on the data from United States, from the North America, one of the most developed region with the highest internet penetration. And yes, they consume internet roughly 6.3 hours per day. And please note how huge is mobile consumption. More than 50% of this consumption comes not from computers, comes not from other connected devices, it just comes from smartphone. On average American is using smartphone online for 3.6 hours per day. Roughly 3.5 hours per day, we are taking our mobile phones online. And this also makes a significant impact on consumption of other media. Here you can see the consumption of mobile, which is blue, and the consumption of television, which is red. You can observe that for the last 10 years, the consumption, that average time spent consuming television declined from 266 minutes to 216 minutes. So less than 15 minutes, which is roughly an hour. And Americans on average consume less television and consume more, even not only digital, but consuming mobile digital, being connected online. So how this changed our behavior? We can see that there is a huge expansion of network. New users are coming to the network every single day. The network becoming bigger and faster. We use mobile technologies. We consume a lot of data. And these trends are quite positive. We are still on a huge growth. How this changed our online behavior? And yes, for instance, let's see on the data how the hotel industry, the travel industry is shifting their investments to capture the audience attention online. The last data we have from the eMarketer report showing us that digital is roughly 50% of all media investment for hotel industry all over the world, because we need to capture this audience, we need to capture their attention. Let's go ahead and check how these numbers are growing. On average, world smartphone penetration is 42%. 42% of population of the world at this moment are already using smartphone. In Google, for the last year, we received more than 60% of search queries we received already from mobile devices. So from mobile devices, especially from smartphones, we receive more search queries rather than from all other devices, including computers and laptops and desktop PCs. On YouTube, more than 2/3 of views are already coming from mobile devices. So this is so-called mobile revolution that already happened in the world. The more people using online and the more people using mobile data, and we can see that even from usage of our services. So how this changing our behavior on search? For instance, for the last couple of years, we observe 150% increase of travel searches for today and tonight. And especially, we observe a tripled increase in Open Now searches. A decade ago, when Google launched Google Maps, our expectation was that people will be searching for faraway places all over the world. However, they are looking for the places nearby, just in their neighborhood, and to check how to connect with those places, with the hotels, bars, restaurants, markets, and so on, and etc. And today, you will learn more how to connect with those audience and how to connect with the people who are searching for your place online. Let's check how it's changing. For instance, if you make a search query where to go in Tbilisi, you can see a nice page result, how to spend your time in Tbilisi, and we observe a huge growing of such search queries from the internet. So what is interesting, especially in Google search, that roughly 15% of daily queries are searches never seen before. It means, in simple words, that every single day we receive new queries that have never done before, and we cannot know what's going on online. Every single day we receive even more new queries never searched before. What does it mean for us? For instance, by the time that we are reading this slide, we are talking about this presentation, people around the world will have asked Google already 500,000 questions. That's roughly for only 6 seconds. There is a huge opportunity for all of us. Let's go ahead. Just in this morning, it was 1 billion searches ago. For only this single day, Google already received 1 billion search queries. So what also is changing in the world? With these huge opportunities for all of us, we can see that more data has been created in the past 2 years than in the entire previous history of the human race. So every 2 years, we are doubling our knowledge, we are doubling the digital data that is available for humanity. And this data and these possibilities are available online. So, and also the next opportunity, as we have mentioned today, is mobile. 87% of people always have their smartphone at their side day and night, and I believe that all of us who are connecting to this broadcast also have smartphones nearby. We are checking our smartphones 150 times per day just to take it and to check. Probably we received new notifications or something interesting is happening online. And we consume mobile data 240 minutes per day. So mobile revolution is a huge opportunity to connect with the people. And what does it mean also for searches? Every single day, Google receives roughly 3 billion searches, and it's 1.3 trillion searches a year, which is roughly 170 times bigger than population over the Earth. Over Google, at this moment, we have 7 Google services, 7 Google properties that can reach audience for more than 1 billion people. So let's name and collect all these Google services. This is Google Play, where you can install and download apps. This is Android, the biggest operation system for smartphones and TVs, Gmail, Google Maps, YouTube, Chrome, and Google Search. And today, from our broadcast, from our online training, you will learn how to connect with this audience and how to make them available online also to your business and open Georgia for these people online. Thank you so much for being with us today. Madloba, thank you. And I think I'm ready for your questions. Alexei?
Thank you, Andrei. Thank you, Andrei. Please stay with us. I have noticed that Mariam Kvrivishvili has joined us, so I would like to take this opportunity and to pass the word to her first. And I would like to start with the fact that today's training, we want to introduce you to various digital tools and opportunities available in tourism. And that's why GNTA support is extremely important to all of us. And if you hear me, please welcome Mariam Kvrivishvili, the head of Georgian National Tourism Administration online.
Hello, everyone. First of all, my apologies for joining this interesting seminar on a later stage. I would like to thank Alexei for the introduction, and of course start with major thanks to the whole Google team for this really great initiative. Of course, GNTA always stands right next to the private sector who always needs our help to further develop their skills. I think the support of our dear friends from GITA is extremely exceptionally important, because we do mainly a lot of valuable things for communities together. But nowadays, I think digital world is becoming as important as never before. And I was just listening to Andrei's very interesting presentation, and it's just, it's our daily life that people are already becoming last minute bookers. I think traditional tourism is also yesterday, and our aim is to look at what's tomorrow and then what's day after tomorrow. And definitely where we stand as destination is that I think we have everything to meet the expectations of tomorrow's travelers, because tomorrow is going to be different. Tomorrow is going to be hopefully a better tomorrow, and we all together, as nations, as friends, and as destinations, will overcome the challenge of COVID-19. But then also at the same time, we are a modernized community. So of course, being fully aware of the digital era is extremely important for our private sector to further ensure that they develop their business. As destination, I believe we're fully ready. Not only we've somehow achieved a quite decent destination awareness throughout the world, but we also continue to ensure that it further develops. Again, reflecting back on Andrei's point, increasing numbers of search on where to travel now, today, it requires direct flights. And of course, it requires flexible visa procedures. And I think, again, today is a different type of a day. And of course, throughout the world, they're temporarily routes stopped and airlines grounded. But of course, we look farther to tomorrow. And then, of course, if there are travelers like that, as you know, Georgia was always an outstanding destination with visa-free regime, very liberal in regards to open sky policies. So I believe what we really need nowadays is to come out in the picture and really be presented out there in digital, because digital is today, is tomorrow, and then of course will only be the future. I think the sales, in regards to the sales, I mean, as GNTA's key role is to somehow be in the picture and really help our private sector, and our private sector is very diversified. And I was inquiring who is our audience today, and I believe it's very diversified. We have tour guides, we have tour operators, we have transport and logistic representatives, we have accommodation facility representatives, which is hoteliers. So these people, they all have different platforms and channels of sales. That's one. And then on the other hand, they all have the same audience. And they all have the same target audience to target to. So I think it's extremely important for the whole industry to understand the patterns and to understand what are the best ways to approach what we are all targeting, both as destination and then, of course, as a private sector. So, I mean, very briefly, of course, I think what you guys are doing here today is extremely valuable for us as destination. Again, our key role, other than that, today to fight against COVID-19 spread, and whenever we're hopefully very fast back on track with more obtained power to attract more market share. I think today's seminar or webinar would really make a difference in a way how we think and how we plan our further business development and further positioning strategies. So thank you very much. You guys are talking about much more interesting stuff today. So I would like to thank each and every one of you taking your time. I know everyone's super busy today with all what's happening in the world. So on behalf of our private sector, on behalf of Georgian tourism industry, again, I would like to thank each and every one of you, and first of all and mainly wish you health to you and to your beloved ones.
Thank you very much, Mariam. Thank you for all what you do, and I would like to once again draw the attention of everyone that we thank the government for its support and initiative in enhancing Georgia's tourism potential. Jointly we can do a lot, and we will definitely do it. Coming back to Andriy. Andriy, are you with us?
Yes, I'm still here.
Great. So you see, your presentation have raised some questions, and I would like to pass them to you. And I would like to start with maybe question about technological trends. We have seen many changes in recent years, and I would like to ask you what tourism agencies, what tourism as an industry in general what trends, what initiatives should the industry should follow in the next years. And I'm personally interested in that, in especially considering this quarantine period that we experiencing now. And how do you feel about the alternative of offline excursion? The question was about virtual tours, maybe, how we can use 5G technologies, all of this stuff.
Okay, thank you, Alexei. Thank you, everyone, for this question. This is a great opportunity for all of us to watch for new technological trends. Yes, we are living in the very challenging times with this COVID-19 challenge. And especially for tourism, this is a very challenging period because people are locked down and we cannot travel more as we used to. However, there are lots of opportunities to travel online. First of all, please pay attention how many museums have launched their online tours, their online excursions, their online exhibitions all over the cities, all over their properties, what they have. And we also in Google observe a huge growth of such search queries. So people, we are staying at home, but we would like to travel online. Please watch in many countries of Europe, this infrastructure is already available. And for us as a business, it's extremely important time to get prepared and to get ready for the good times when this quarantine period will be over. I believe that people will tend to travel even more and enjoy the opportunities that were not available for all of us for the last couple of months. And yes, all the opportunities, everything can be done online. Everything you can do, especially connecting with your audience, making nice photos, making videos, making 3D tours, making 360 videos, you will learn a lot more today from our speakers, how to connect with the audience and how to get ready for the good times. There is only one opportunity that we cannot do online, and it's a pity. This opportunity is to taste Georgian wine. Unfortunately, the only thing that cannot be done online, even with 5G or 6G, yes, please stay online and be ready for good times.
Thanks a lot, Andrei. So let's move on. We will have more questions. We are following the chat on YouTube channel. We definitely will collect all these questions, and we'll, at the end of the session of this training, we'll have a special time devoted to the questions and answers, and we'll ask you more questions. So let's move on. And I would like to tell you about Google Local Guides community. This is a bright community of passionate explorers. We have no doubt that as soon local guides Georgia will be as bright and as powerful as their international colleagues worldwide. And for our digital enthusiasts in Sakartvelo, we have two video greetings of leading local guides from Ukraine, Natal Karyaba and Oleg Kostukevich, to inspire our Georgian Mego Brebo. So, Natal Karyaba, she is local guide, she is level 10. Natalka has represented Ukraine twice as local guide representative in the summit of 2017 and also at Connect Live 2018. Natalia's photos on Google Maps have more than 53 million views. Please.
Hello guys, my name is Natal Karyaba, I'm from Kiev, Ukraine, I'm local guide level 10. I am a member of a local guides program since 2016. One day I added my photos on Google Maps and I can't stop to contribute them. I adore to write reviews, it's my big passion, and of course I love to make videos and pictures. I was selected twice for the biggest local guide event Summit 2017 and Connect Live 2018, and now you can see how it was.
We are all here in San Francisco for Connect Live 2018. We have 151 local guides from all around the world, from 59 countries. It's like the UN here, it's amazing.
Welcome to Connect Live 2018.
These local guides had to apply to be part of the summit. They're chosen for a lot of reasons. They have to submit a 60-second video.
Hello, Google.
We look at their engagement, the amount of times they've contributed, the types of contributions they've had, the number of views they've had. So what is their impact on Google Maps?
I was super excited when I got accepted.
They really represent the best of the community.
Who doesn't want to come to Connect Live?
I'm not exaggerating, but this could be the biggest day of my life. Local Guide!
This is our third year, and what we're really focusing on are three things. One is connection. We want local guides to really get to spend time with each other, understand what motivates them, and really take that back to their communities.
Who's made a couple new friends? All right.
The second thing that we want to do this year is really take their feedback. They live our program, they live our products, specifically Google Maps, and we take their feedback really seriously.
There might come a point where if they were to download Google Maps, it's going to be too big for their phone.
It's really an amazing opportunity for us to hear from them.
I'd love to fix that.
And then lastly, it's recognition. We want to say thank you.
Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for pushing us. Thank you for helping make maps better. Anybody have an idea of how many views the photos contributed from this room have been viewed? 2.4 billion times!
How do you plan the future for features we want, but may be difficult?
It's a big challenge, but as far as I'm concerned, bring it on.
Their insights are really powering the map, and we can't do it without them. Local guides matter to Google because they help power all the best parts of the map.
I really learned that there is so much more to maps that I can add.
They really inspire me to be awesome.
This is like a dream, the Google campus.
We really want to say thank you.
Thank you, local guides.
Thank you, local guides.
Thank you, local guides.
Thank you, local guides.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the time, effort, and really unique contributions that you bring to Google Maps every single day.
You and the millions of other local guides behind you have helped us understand a lot more about the world.
Even a single photo or review on Google Maps can help many people. Thanks to Local Guides program, I have friends from around the world and it's awesome. Join us, join a big local guide family. We are waiting for you. See you!
Whew! As you can imagine, I've seen that video several times. And every time I'm so excited, super excited about that. So let's move to our next greeting, and this greeting is from Oleg Kostyukevich, one of the leaders and founders of the local guides community in Ukraine. On Google Maps, he left over 1,000 reviews, performed more than 24,000 edits, and his photos got over 93 million views. Oleg Kostyukevich, please.
Hello to all participants in the training in Georgia. I am Oleg Kostyukevich from Ukraine. I am map editor and photographer. I have the 10th level in Local Guides program. Once I became interested in editing maps, and today I teach this to other local guides. We have created in Ukraine one of the largest and most active communities, which helps to add new data and new photo to Google Maps. Today we are developing our digital community and are glad that Georgia will join this movement. By improving Google Maps, you help others get the information they need. We will be glad to share our experience and expressions of our trips around the country. My colleagues will be tell more about our experience and filling, and editing Google Maps. Good luck to you all. Bye.
Thank you, Oleg. Thank you very much. And now we have a very special guest, Natya Gingelova from Tbilisi, who is passionate about communication, tourism, and being a local guide herself. Natya, we cordially welcome you to this training program. The floor is yours.
Hi everybody, I am so happy to be here with you. მოგესალმებით ყველას. მე ვარ ნათია, ადგილობრივი მერვე დონის ადგილობრივი გიდი საქართველოდან. უკვე 2 წელია, რაც Google-ის რუკაზე აქტიურად მოღვაწეობ, ასე ვთქვათ. რამოსატანი ახლა უკრაინელ ექსპერტებთან, მაგრამ ჩემ ფოტოებსაც აქვს უკვე 3 მილიონზე მეტი ნახვა და მინდა დაგარწმუნოთ, რომ საერთოდ ტურის ადგილობრივ გიდებს, აი უზარმაზარი გავლენა გვაქვს ადგილობრივ ტურიზმზე, საერთაშორისო ტურიზმზე. ძალიან მარტივ მაგალითს მოგიყვანთ, აი როგორც კი გუგლელების ცნობილი სახინკლე დავიტანე Google-ის რუკაზე, ზუსტად 1 საათში 180 ნახვა ქონდა მარტო ერთ ფოტოს. წარმოიდგინეთ, აი ერთ ჭიქას დეგუსტაციიდან გვინისას 8000 ნახვა აქვს ხოლმე ერთ კვირაში, ამიტომ ძალიან დიდი გავლენა აქვს ჩვენ თითოეულ ფოტოს, თითოეულ მიმოხილვას, რასაც Google-ის რუკაზე დავდებ, თითოეულ შედგენილ სიას, მაგალითად ქართული რესტორნების ან სასტუმროების ან რა ვიცი, ღირსშესანიშნაობების. აი ძალიან დიდი გავლენა შეგვიძლია მოვახდინოთ საქართველოს ტურიზმზე და დღეს მე მგონი ეს ძალიან საჭიროა აი ეს კრიზისულ პერიოდში, როცა მარტო საქართველო კი არა მთელი მსოფლიო ვართ, ისედაც გვიყვარს დაჩექინება და მერწმუნეთ Facebook-ზე ბევრად დიდი აუდიტორია გვეყოლება Google-ის რუკას თუ გამოვიყენებთ ამისთვის. მე აღარ მოგვაწყენთ, ძალიან საინტერესო ტრეინინგი გველოდება, ამიტომ მადლობას გადავუხდი ახლა ჩვენს ორგანიზატორებს. Thanks a lot to Google and our Ukrainian friends from local guides communities, and I am looking forward for the practical part of our webinar. So thanks and goodbye. Alexei, now it's your turn.
Madloba, Zalian Kargi. I will learn Georgian more next time, I promise. But now, please meet a remarkable person who created 2,000 virtual tours and more than 30,000 professional programs that got over 235 million views. I don't know who else can do that. Anyway, Mykola Omelchenko has been shooting for Google Maps in the US, Europe, Africa, and Israel for many years. Obviously, he is #1 Google certified photographer in Ukraine and among top few, very few I would say, in the world. Today, he will talk about visual solutions and opportunities in the activities of local guides. Welcome on our virtual stage, Mykola.
Hello everyone, Gamar Joba. I'm glad to be here and I'm happy for you guys to be able to attend this seminar, and it's an honor for me to be able to share my experience and my knowledge with the photos, with Google Maps, editing, and much more. And as a local guide, level 10, as a photographer for Google, it started all with just simple editing a photo, a simple edit in the business hours for the restaurant, and turned out to the lifestyle. Now I cannot imagine myself not going anywhere without making a change, without editing a picture, without adding a good picture, professional picture to the map, and making the information updated and correct. So the traveler, the next time they visit any country, they will know exact and update information of that or other place. So let me go ahead and start my presentation with several topics. Today we'll talk first about Google Maps. Of course, everyone knows about the Google Maps. So you open the phone, you open the laptop, and you just type, I need to go there, I need to go here, and you do the direction. That's open for everyone. But what about Google My Maps? The maps that you can create by yourself using Google Map, that create overlay and share with your friends, share with your colleagues, with the customers, with people that you want to help. Of course, it's easy to create and easy to navigate, and it will be easy to share with everyone in the world. Now, My Google Maps, it's a free service. You can add and mark as many places as you want. You can draw shapes, lines. You can create routes. So, because you know much better than even sometimes Google what street and what path to take to get there faster. Now, let's say you have a project that you need to cover many places, right? And you can share with your friends for editing. So one of them will take care of the hotels, one of them will take care of the restaurants, and someone else will take care of something else. Technically, you can share with many people and help to create one big map. And the most important, you can embed this publication to the website. You can share this link with your friends. You can share this link with the customers, and they will know exactly what they're looking at. I have created just an example, a little map that I've done for Kyiv, just to show you what can be done. This is just a few examples. Well, first of all, one of them is a road from the airport Borispol to Kyiv city center to one of the hotel, and there are picked several hotels. One of them could be a 5-star hotel that you want to show your customer. You can add several pictures, you can add a description, and you can add a link and see the result. Okay, this is for the hotel. For example, one of the room. Now let's see something else. We may go and try the restaurant. Now, as you see, when I move this location, when people choose the location, they can the map moves around and can show you exactly where it is. Now let's go to the Ukrainian restaurant. This is a simple way to advertise, to show people, to advise them where to take steps, where to eat, and where to look for. Okay. For example, I want you to see the highlight of Kyiv, the St. Sophia Cathedral that you can enjoy from the birth. You can fly, you can look around, you can travel, use experience. Now, as we know, when you look at something, you create something, then it's easy to understand because you see the picture. Now, let's go to the fun area. Now, this will open a block that you could draw as a shape, and you can advise a traveler friend. Now, this is where you shop, okay? Let me show you how easy it is to create this map. Let's say I want to add a Golden Gate location. On the map, you see a marker. Add a marker, place exactly you want to have it on the map, and change it. Let's say Golden Gate. Now, you can add description, the historical site, and save. So change it. Now, as you can see, we've created a marker that came over here, the Golden Gate. Now, you can change the style, that it's a place for a picture. You can change a color for it so people can see what it is. You can add a picture from your website, and any of those pictures will be good. You can, a screenshot or something else, and then just publish. Now, as a preview, this is what your customers will look and will see. They still see the same map. They still see the locations that you pointed, some of them different colors. You have different layers. And the main thing, click and share embedded to the map. Easy and very convenient. Now, where can you use those maps? But you can do it in different scenarios. One of them, travel maps, as I just showed. You can highlight hotels, restaurants, historical sites, museums, churches, anything you can think that will represent your country, your city, your community better. And you just send it to the website, you send it to the phone, and people can share it. Now, at this time, of course, we are fighting the COVID-19. How useful would it be for people to be able to find hospitals, clinic, pharmacies, emergency points, so they can go to the map that will consist only of those locations. They will not have to search over thousands and millions of locations, Google Maps, but they have the specific map that will show them all the locations. Or accessibility map. I love this one because this will show for the people that on a wheelchair how to travel from one location to another location. What restaurant, what place, what museum have ability for them to enter it and what not. As you can see on the map, the red ones that said, no, you cannot enter this location with a wheelchair. The green ones have mark free to go. What it takes a wheelchair, it takes a camera 360 Google Street View ready, and a volunteer that will travel with you from one place to another place that knows the way around and will create a street view. Now you might say, well, I don't have the camera, or at the moment we are not able to make this project live. Well, as a local guide, as a helper to your community, you can measure and confirm or not confirm if the location is capable of accepting people in a wheelchair. Now, for them, it's so easy then to get a map, to look at the Google map, as you can see on the photo, take a pigment and drop it and see that, yes, you can travel from one location to another location using simple Google Map Street View. And for them to understand what side of the road to take, and for them to understand how easy or difficult it will be to drive up the hill, down the hill, or other location. We've done this in several cities, and I'm just showing you how to embed this and to show that there's a path that they can take, and we've been very well received and helpful for their communities. And that's what we're here for. We are to help the communities. We're to help people to understand and to know our city and our area much better, and welcoming them. Now, this one, another example, we can place the items that will show the radiation level, the pollution, the water damages, trash bins, recycle points. You can change the colors, you can go by the regions. But again, embedding this page on the map, embedding this page and map on the website will help people to search for it and to see how much has been done for the country. Another solution, we all travel and we love to travel. I'm one of them. And this season for me is very difficult because I got locked in. And usually I would drive around, I don't know, 70, 60,000 kilometers a year on the car. So the road construction maps are very helpful for me. I know where the roadblocks are, where the tours, what's the road construction, and where could be a danger on the route. Now, in an example, this is the main outer roads for our country, Ukraine, that have viewed over 17 million people and be very useful for the construction plan for the 2019-2020. So next time I plan my travel, I'll know exactly where to go. Now, the community is you and me. We are here in one small world that we can connect via our help, the computer, the phone, the tablet. All it takes is just to create. Take your phone, take your computer, create something, help the community for them to know your place much better and welcome much better the place. Okay, sir, Alexei, I'm stopping the preview and I'll be ready to answer any questions if there are any.
Thank you, Mykola. Thank you very much for your valuable input on Google My Maps. We do have several questions to you and to the previous presenters as well. I would like to announce some of them, but I will probably give you this opportunity to answer your questions after you have completed the second part of your presentation.
Okay.
And the questions are, as you said, internet has become accessible to more than half of the population of the world. And I'm interested to what extent new internet users are ready to travel. Are they our potential customers? And the second question is, how can we enter the Google Maps service on the websites? And how can it increase the love of travelers to visit places? I'm ready to participate in any service that increases the tourism. So let me at this point mention that your experience is much wider than what you have said about. So let's talk about bringing local guides together in their smartphones.
Okay, let me do this. I'm going to continue with presentation, and I will talk more about these issues and other issues, showing you the slides. And if I miss something, I'll be happy to later on answer all of them and talk more. Local guides, and there's a topic, community 101 opportunities. Well, I should say your sky is a limit. There are so many opportunities to help, to do something better, and to create something new. As I said before, I cannot stand this time because I love to travel. I like to go anywhere. So even now, being on the quarantine, I travel around the block and I, still add to the maps. And all I need, of course, I need the phone. That helps. And a mask, because it's required by the law in my country at the moment. But just look around as you walk around. What are the businesses that are still open or closed that would be helpful for the people that search on the Google Maps to understand? Here's one. All we do, we come closer, we take a picture of the entry zone, we take a picture of the business hours, and we add to the maps. Easy, using the phone. We take points for that. Now, I love this example because right here, there are a number of businesses that are presented. There's wheelchair access presented as well. Now, I've checked later on the map, and most of them were not located. And that's the point. Before, we are looking for advice from our neighbor, from our friends. Where should I go? How do I go there? How do I get there? Now, you open a map, you look around, and you just take a walk. You take a walk, you look around, and you check. Now, this is another store. Now, they had many, many pictures, but I would just take a picture of one, showing that this store is still present on the map, that they have entry, and it's clean, safe, and people can see the surrounding. Now, every time before I post a picture to the business, I always check if they already have a business picture of that. Because sometimes there are many people like myself that would add a picture to the map. And to duplicate or to take a bad picture will harm the business. My motto, my goal is to create and use something new that will help travelers and my neighbors, my friends around me to understand better the location. For example, this store has had many pictures, the front, inside, etc. But all I'm adding at this point is the new business hours, and also adding that it's not allowed to come with the dog or with the ice cream or with the pizza, which is coming up right next on the right, and that's one of my favorite stores that I like to go. Now, it's a new store. Again, the front one, take a picture, business hours, maybe a sign that they're not working at the quarantine at the moment. And basically that's it. Just a few minutes, a few seconds, where we walked around the block, we show the friends, and we edited pictures to the map. So the next time people will see this information, they'll know exactly what's happening up to date. 81% of people searching the web. Our goal is to inform them, but only 8 seconds of the average amount of time before a person gets distracted. Because not seeing something, not getting interest, they do not remember much. Only 20% of people remember reading the text without visual. That's our brain. That's how our brain comprehends visual content at a much higher rate and speed than just the text content. And you have to agree with me, 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual. Yes, we read the books, but it's a great thing when you read the book and you see a picture and you understand. Because from the picture, we take in our positive experience. It takes only 0.07 seconds for a person to make a decision. And in most cases, it's a positive decision to visit this area or not to visit. Now, looking at the picture, you can see, wow, I like this salad. I'm not sure if this flower is edible, but I sure do want to try that salad. So you're making a positive decision, you're making a positive consequences for your further steps to accept this and to go to this restaurant. How about this? I don't think so. Comparing those two pictures and this picture, I don't think I want to visit that place because this picture created by the local guide only harmed the business and not didn't good do for it. All it takes a phone, and you can create a standard picture using the phone that will help the community to understand that location better. Places that have photos will get 65% more views and more than 45% chance that they will visit the website, the site, and the location itself. So we're here to help to create as well as standard pictures, as well as 360 pictures. Because maps consist of different levels. The one that we edit, the one we create, is information level. We create a business, we put it on a map, we edit the business, and we make changes, we add a standard photo. That's one level. Then there's a satellite to understand the location, the Google panels, the street view, which is based everything on one based map. Now, let's talk about the Google panels that I've spoken. Anyone can create Google Street View, and anyone can create 360 photos. When you look on your phone using Android or Apple, Google Market or Google Store, just download the app, and in a few minutes, you'll be able to create a 360 picture, following simple steps, spinning the phone around yourself, and let the phone stitch the picture to one 360 sphere. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of this, but I know many, many friends and photographers that are perfect in creating the picture. They're able to make as good as a professional camera or the expensive cameras just with the phones. Now, but before you proceed with the publication, train, because this might well happen. You can create a new horse, you can person, and you can place this bad picture on the map. Now you can see me below there. My feet moved from my body, and there's a lady that been caught, and this is not going to be good for the maps, for the business, for the location, for the representing your country, but other ways. And then make sure and please mind that your name will be always on the Google map along this picture. So do you want to represent yourself with that bad quality? I don't think so. But when you take the picture from your phone, the 360 picture, at the same application, you can connect them. One panel to another panel to another panel, and then you will create a Google virtual tour. Very easy, just follow the instructions and you will create it. Now we say, what if I need to create 100 or 1,000 panoramic pictures? And what if I need to use a professional cameras? What are the possibilities? Because with the phone, it's difficult. Exactly. There are third-party services that Google have licensed that are capable of helping you with that. You can add as many panoramas, as many virtual tours you can. Go through Panoskin Tour Make the key players in the market. And yes, they're not free. You have to subscribe. You need to pay a monthly fee or per publication. Yet very easy to use and very handy. This is an example that you can connect many pictures together and create a virtual tour for a business. Cameras. Yes, I'm a person that loves to test everything and to pick my favorite cameras. On the screen, you can see the 360 cameras with one click. All it takes to take a 360 picture, one snap. The cameras might have 2 lenses, 6 lenses, 8 lenses around them, and create a 360 panoramic picture in a second. Now, some cameras will allow you to edit them to make color correction and some edits. Some you cannot touch, but you can publish right away those pictures, those panoramic views to your maps immediately. Another possibility is to do a beautiful 360 pictures is using drone. Some of the DJI drones and other drones have applications that will allow you to create automatically panoramic pictures. My favorite one is DJI Pilot, DJI 4, and of course Litchi, which is in the middle. All you have to do, click one button, and it will create a picture. Now, it is also important to see the preview of that picture, because sometimes you will have big cuts and big problems with the picture if you're using just application. Now, this one shows the professional side. The level, the professional cameras, the fish islands, and this camera will bring you the highest quality of 360 pictures. And other cameras, 360 Street View ready. Those cameras you can put on the roof of the car, you can adjust to your bike, you can adjust to your motorcycle, and you can travel or walk even, travel around the area to create a street view. Yes, right now you don't have to wait for Google Car to come to your country. You can definitely create a blue line, a street view by yourself. Now, those cameras are professional. They are a little bit pricey, but they produce 8K quality, and the publication comes automatic on the Google. Why do we do that, and where would we do the street view? On some places that have Google Car never traveled. There's a new road that, hey, the Google Car came a couple years ago or never been to the country yet, and we want to show the new road. Or the places that car cannot go, but only can do walking or hiking or biking, the beaches, the parks. Or if a Google Car created a street view, but something have happened, the car moved in, and you cannot see what kind of business behind this truck. Could be the greatest restaurant or the most famous museum. You cannot see. So you have to reshoot it, redrive it, rewalk it, or put a single panel, again, using your phone, to the street view for people to understand the location of the place or the museum, the restaurant, or church. Now, again, please do only quality picture, because as you see below, the picture has been added to the Sheraton Hotel, and it's not a good picture for the business. When a streetcar moves around with a 360 picture camera, it catches everything at the very moment. Some people can use it for their own benefits, play fun, or even to say, would you marry me? Because they saw the Google car driving behind, and they want to make this moment memorable, not only for them, but for the whole world. Because from that, you can create a street view, you can create virtual tours, and just with one click, you can share. Now, when car drives, the artificial intelligence reads everything. We ask sometimes, well, I've never, this place has never been edited, and not many local guides have been in this place, but yet this business in Google Maps, unverified, which we'll talk more about later, but it's still in the maps. Well, Google sometimes adds the businesses based on the street view that the car has collected. It reads the shop window, it reads the street name, the building number, the shop name, the street lights, sometimes helpful, and of course the signs and signboards. Yes, artificial intelligence can read all of that and can adjust the maps accordingly. So next time you want to create a business and you send a request to Google, the intelligence will understand that, yes, I've seen this picture somewhere, located at exactly the spot, so this business is eligible and can be added to the maps. But not only to the maps. You can post the virtual tours, the visuality, to other sources. One of them is Facebook. You can see in the top left corner, it's a hotel that's on a boat, beautiful area, beautiful place. You can choose the territory, you can choose the room, or a restaurant on the right. How big is the restaurant? How big and beautiful the area? What nearby the restaurant? Can I walk or can I drive only to that place? Or as a help, you can collect all the data from the Sakar gas stations and put them in one place. So next time person is traveling, he can choose the area, he can choose the address, and can see the location easily. Now, the most simple way is just to embed the virtual tour to your website. All it takes is to share and to publish the HTML code. This hotel have done that so. Let me show you another example that collecting many businesses that we have created. As today, we're sitting home and we wonder, where can we go? What can we see? We can plan our future trips. Some of them have been asking me, well, I've seen this on the web, I've seen this on the picture. Why should I go and do this? I just, simply look at the pictures and that's it. Well, we bring an interest to a traveler. We help them to understand that this parking place has so many spaces, that this waterfall is beautiful for the kids, that this slide is only available for adults because it could be dangerous, it could be even dark inside the tube. Or we can show them for teenagers, you can use this entertainment. And for the kids, you can go on the ice, but make sure you don't fall. For the travelers, for the travel companies, for hosting companies that plan to do the seminars. How big is your room? How big is your hotel? For the travel side, you can see during the day and during the night. It's Kiev, Golden Dome. For some museums, for example, that are difficult to get to, or you might not, or you wonder, should I go there or should I not? How many floors the museum has? Are there interesting pictures to see, to experience, or it's just a simple little room? Well, this one shows that the beauty of the place. I know for sure that people, after viewing these pictures, they want to experience. They want to live through this experience and test it by themselves. It's great to see yourself on the boat, in the tunnel, but how will it be? What will you feel when you do it by your own? The experience that you get visiting the factories, the industrial tourism. Because sometimes, you cannot go as a tourist in some places, but you can understand how things are happening, and maybe the factory will realize that it could become a travel spot. You can show the parks, the museums, the historical sites and cultural sites, just in one click. Now, this one shows that you can travel on water, and we have created over 100 panels connected together and doing this on the map, as well as we created a 360 video from the same travel. Now, you've seen this. Don't you want to try it? Don't you want to paddle it and swim on the river? Or, yes, you can see the picture 360 on a great historical location. Yes, you may see the fight in 360 again on the video, but I'm pretty sure you want to hear how things are happening. You want to be in the middle of it and experience by yourself the beauty of this event. Taking more next step again, the accessibility that I have spoken to you before. We can help people to get from one location to another location, simply using Google Street View and Google Maps. It is helpful. It is great to be a help to the community, to your friends, to your relatives, to the people who you want to invite to visit your country. And all it takes, a computer and a team. They can get together and help you. You're searching this on the computer, you're searching this on the phone. You always look for some things that's happening. And as been reported before, phones are taking over the computers because more and more people are using their smartphones versus the computer. So we can help to show the facilities, the schools. We can share on the phone with our friends. And all it takes is to love your country, to love your neighbors, and to invite visitors to your country. Now, as I've spoken, it's a great time to plan. To plan, get together with your friends, and create something big, something interesting. Again, for the help of the community. One of my recent projects that we had is Chernobyl. Places that a normal person cannot visit, cannot go. But you will create an interest to this place. The next time you think about the trip you plan to take, I think I want to go over here, under the sarcophagus that right now is one of the top priorities and top destinations for Ukraine. Or you travel somewhere else. Now, this is the fun picture and showing the panoramic view, how you create and draw the attention. You can see that this is the same camel, the same person, and the same traveler on a camel on 4 sides. Now, right now, you can see a 360 view as one panoramic view, but on the Google, it will turn to the 360 view. Or a pilot pit. Many of you have wanted to be there, but just sometimes only viewing the picture, you can show how complicated the pilot place is. The business photo, to sell the cars, to sell the hotels, to sell the restaurants. And following to this, we move into another project that I was part of, is Project Zanzibar. The main idea of the project was to share the knowledge and experience with local. For some of us, we take for granted what we have. We think, oh, everyone have computers, everyone can see and visit the place and travel. But for some of them, the first time they can see the snow is only because of the VR glasses. For someone to understand how beautiful the beach is only when we create something and we create a street view. And our goal is here not just to come and do a street view, but to train them, to give the camera for them, to pass the knowledge and experience, and to do the great event. Now, this picture I have taken in Zanzibar again, and you can see the palm that was struggling for the life. But sometimes, as today, life can get harder and difficult. But never give up. It will get better. Thank you, Alexei. This is it for today, and I will be happy to answer any questions that you guys might have.
You see, Mykola, thank you so much. First of all, you can't escape this, definitely. We have tons of questions to you, and okay, I will go through some of them. And the first one is, what are the steps to join Google Maps to clarify places to visit? My website targets tourists from Middle East, so we need what we need to do and what makes them interested in visiting Georgia.
Okay, well, anyone can edit or add information to the Google Map. All you have to do is join the community of local guides, and you'll even get points for editing or adding the picture. You simply just use your phone, use your computer with the Google application and programs, and each time you search or will look for a place on a map, you always can edit, always can add a picture to it. Now, talking about how can you draw the attention? Well, first of all, your place has to be on Google Map. It's either a hotel or a restaurant or a historical site, a museum. It has to be presented. And that's first thing you need to do, add a place to Google Map. Now, the next step you think of it, how you want to present it. Of course, pictures are essential. They have to be there, and good pictures. So don't go cheap on cheap cameras. Don't go cheap on the it will be okay. Don't do a snapshot or a screenshot from others' examples. Do your own, so people can see really the place you are promoting and you want them to visit. The third step is you fill the information on your page that will tell the website, that will tell the business hours, and etc. And of course, you can create your own Google map that I showed previously and share that location. So think of a traveler from the Middle East, for example, that they want to visit Georgia. What would you show them? What sites, what places would you advise? And creating this map and adding as many information as you can, because every little piece of information is helpful. The business hours, if you plan a trip and you build the Google route to your location, you put it on the phone and it takes a drive, and the Google will say, well, when you get to the place, this place will be closed or will be not yet opened. Is it helpful? Yes, because I can plan my travel accordingly. I will visit this place that opens up at 9 a.m. and then I'll visit this place that opens up at 10 a.m. and I will fill my day with travel. So think as a traveler and attract your travelers to your location. Alexei?
Thank you. Now the other question, can Google Guide create a bike lane If not, who can do that? They are suggesting if can government work on that. And I would add from myself, what types of tours can we add to Google Maps?
Okay, well, as a Street View, with the Street View cameras, you can add any route. You can walk, you can bike, you can motorcycle, you can drive, anything. The biking tours and lines that with the separate level right now is on the test with Google. Only few countries have it. So to create a line, the blue line on the bike line, and share with your friends or with travelers to promote the location, you can do it. I would suggest you to pick up a good camera that does 360 Street View ready and drive around, publish to the map, and it's ready. Now, as a separate layer on the search with Google, it yet not been implemented to all the countries. Alexei?
Okay, thank you so much. And here is the very, very nice question. I liked it a lot. Is there something to prevent a person's, my competitor, for instance, to upload disgusting stuff from my place on purpose? Like to create a mess in WC and make a photo. What would you suggest?
Yes, we understand that some people have good intentions and some people do not have good intentions. And we have to understand that everyone is different. Sometimes, as you have explained, it could happen. Some competitor can place a bad picture of your business that will not draw attention, that will not draw interest, but will create vice versa effect. Google always sees what's happening on the maps. So if the picture is not relevant, then you can report this to Google and Google will take it off. Now, if the picture is not relevant, meaning, let's say it's not your business, or the picture is very bad quality, or it has some harassments, then Google will take it away. Sometimes the artificial intelligence will look through all the scripts, all the pictures, all the data, and it will delete or not delete. But sometimes as humans, we need to help Google to make that decision. That's where the local guides are come in handy. We search through the web, search through the businesses, and see if this picture or this information is helpful or not helpful. And if it's not helpful, we'll report to Google, please take it away, please delete it, so people will have an interest to this location. Alexei?
Okay, and here is the other part of the questions. And what on the opposite, what if my place really disgusting and deserves these bad reviews and photos? And I would add from myself, and I just place perfect pictures of the sunset, of all this stuff, and try to foolish my viewers and my possible visitors. What in this case?
Well, first of all, if your business is that bad, get better, make it look nice. This is you don't want to look bad to the whole nation. But yes, I understand what you're saying. Sometimes you can Photoshop the picture, create a beautiful sunset, beautiful room or site, and then it will lead to defaults for other travelers. Let me repeat again. That's where the local guides are coming handy. We are here locally to understand the business. Local guides in Georgia, local guides in US or in Ukraine, we are searching for the web all the time. And let's say this restaurant, we know it's closed, but it claims itself open to the people and to the nation. We will close it. Or we will see this restaurant is showing a picture that is not correlates to this restaurant. Or the hotel is 5-star, or vice versa in your case, the hotel is 3-star, but they placed a picture of 5-star hotel, which is not theirs. We will report this picture to the Google, and Google will take it down.
Okay, thank you. Maybe one more question, and then we come back to the question during the Q&A session. What are Street View cameras? Excuse me. Can you share some hardware links, and what are your suggestions about that?
Well, it all depends on the desire and the further steps of yourself. If you plan to become a street view photographer or panoramic photographer, or just a photographer by itself, you need to understand what kind of gear you'll be using. Will you use only a smartphone, a phone, as I was showing you? Will you use the professional camera, the non-expensive 360 camera with one click, or professional pro cameras that will create also the street view? I would suggest is to try yourself out. If it brings the interest for you, if you will continue with this, because sometimes people will buy expensive camera, will do 1 or 2 shoots, and then it's not me, and then you have to sell the camera or your money is wasted. So buy a cheap one, try yourself out. For me, it worked perfectly. After several tours, this is my future. I want to do more, and I do want a quality picture rather than just a simple pictures. The hard link, for myself, I love the Insta product. Insta Pro and Insta 1X, the cameras that are very handy and very easy to use. Then another one is Pilot that I would suggest. That camera is not heavy and it's very new on the market. But I think Alexei will be able to share afterwards a few of the links that people can go and look for hardware and for the programs that they can use to stitch the panoramic pictures as well. Because one thing is to take the picture, another thing is to do the color correction, editing, making sure the picture looks great and perfect, and only then you upload it to the map. Alexei?
Okay, so I would announce one question, but I would suggest the next speaker will answer it during his presentation. And the question is, how can I change the PIN of my hotel, which is made not by me, and it is have to be changed, and I'm the owner of the business, and what to add a real picture, and also the continuation, also the way which brings to the hotel Google Maps is wrong. How can I change it? And we actually observe quite a huge amount of registration coming from business owners and CEOs to this event. And we believe our next speaker will step into the discussion with extremely valuable input for them. Please meet a true expert on Google My Business, a Googler himself, Andrei Bratusev. Sergey, we can't wait to hear what you've got for us.
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kamarjoba all. Memkvia Sergey. So you see, my Georgian language is getting better and better. So hopefully I will be able to speak more fluently in the future. Yeah, I'm going to present my screen with you in the presentation, as we're going to cover Google My Business, which is a next step further to the Google Maps, which have been just described by Nikolai. Okay. Good. So we're going to talk about Google My Business for tourism in Georgia. And that is correct. We have to be ready and prepare for the next few months when the tourist flow is getting back to Georgia. This is where we need all the tools ready, up and running. So when the tourists are back in Georgia, whether it's June or August or October, all the businesses are ready to get found on Google Maps and Google Search, and got new visitors who will learn more about your business thanks to Google My Business. The first question is actually, do you have to pay for this service? No, it's a free business. Therefore, it is not a presentation or advertisement of Google services, paid services to clients. I'm just answering some questions in the YouTube channel blog that, well, are we going to see another paid product from Google? No, it's a free product available for anyone in Georgia. More than just as a free product, it's available for all businesses in Georgia these days. Before we jump into nitty-gritty detail of Google My Business service, in simple words, I want to explain what this service is all about. It helps businesses to get found and explored on two major Google platforms, Google Search and Google Maps. I've also seen some questions on the YouTube channel blog that, well, Google Maps needs some further development in Georgia. And that is correct. I think Mikola covered it partially, that this is where Google as a company should help. And there will be some improvements in new product launches in the coming months in Georgia. On the other side, one of the reasons we've collected everyone on this webinar is to help make businesses available on Google Maps thanks to Google Maps local guide community. This is where you can help us as well. So it's a two-way street. Google will work on its side, and we will also appreciate help of local guides from your side to make maps even better. Why maps and search is important for Georgia? Many of tourists come into Georgia. They do come from countries where Google Maps and Google Search are major sources of finding new businesses and services.
Here's the top Google result.
Sorry, across the market. Therefore, they know Google Maps, they rely on Google Search, and this is something they expect from the businesses in Georgia when they are in the market or when they are planning their trip to Georgia. If you ask, okay, what exactly does it give me in Google My Business? How do customers find my business in Google Maps or Google Search? Well, first, if you look at the left-hand side of this screen, and if we put some multiples, people could ask for directions to your restaurants, to your castle, to your cafeteria, to your hotel. And for every, let's say, 3 requests for the direction to your business, they would most likely call you once. This is where you put your phone number so they could reach you and check some details. Sometimes even what is the better way to get to you? What is a better time to get to you? If you look at the bottom bar of this slide, you see the multiples of just some examples of searches on Google Search for particular businesses. As you can see, one of the most popular category to be searched, whether on Google Maps or just Google plain search, is the restaurants. So restaurants are 3 times more popular globally for searches on Google Maps and Google Search than, for example, the next popular category, which is hotels. And then we can go further on and see that actually people then search clothing stores, health and beauty salons, and coffee shops and cafeterias. So this is how it works. This is how people find locations and details of a particular service which they're interested in. If you ask, okay, does it make sense actually how many of those are actually using tools in order to get to my place? Well, this is the global statistics, which is very relevant to Georgia as well, because once again, many of your visitors to Georgia do come from different countries. And this is where Georgia is so strong, and I think even stronger than other markets nearby, like Ukraine, for example. You see 75% of people use search engine to find businesses online. Therefore, Google Search perhaps will be one strong source of traffic to your business, whether it's a physical business or online traffic to your business. This is a very important point, because sometimes people say, well, then Google My Business is only for businesses which can be physically located, which have a particular location. Not necessarily. We will touch it later on. Even if you don't have a physical location, but have an online agency, etc., you should still create your business profile. You may not add your location, but having a business profile just for the online business will help other people find you at no extra cost to you. If we go further on, we see recent trends over the last 4 years that interest in particular locations near me tonight, for example, is 9 times higher versus the volume just 4 years ago. Therefore, if you want to see how good you're represented on Google Maps or Google search, go into Google Maps and type in cafeteria near me or hotel near me, and you will see actually whether your business is actually portrayed on the Google Maps or visible on Google search. This is how customers, this is how potential visitors are using Google search and Google Maps. Therefore, try to replicate their behavior. What would you do in Google Maps or Google search if you want to find something in your city in Georgia? Next, many businesses do start creating business profile, but they stop short of filling all the information required or available to fill in within their Google business profile. Therefore, I just wanted to reiterate that those businesses who fully updated their information on business profile and who regularly update their information, changing operating hours, updated menu, updated product and service offerings, new pictures. Those businesses usually have 5 times more views on Google profile. And once again, you don't have to pay for this. Just do your job on your side, building a business profile. And customers and users will appreciate it. You will see high traffic. Next, then in visual terms, what is Google My Business? Google My Business is actually skewed to a particular product, which is a business profile on Google. This is how business profile looks on Google. If I search a particular restaurant or cafeteria, I will see a dot on a map. When I click on that dot on a map, I will see a profile, the name of a store, the address, the website, telephone number, operating hours, a feedback form, pictures of the products and services offered. This is the business profile. This is what you would like your business look like on Google Maps and Google Search. Here, I just want to put some illustrative example of what Google Business can do for other businesses. I will mute my microphone for a second and just a second and play Good. I'm back online. Some details about the elements of the Google Business Profile which are visible to potential customers, to the visitors. These are just examples of a visual representation of your business, whether it's pictures of your products, services, and updates, your most recent photos, your logo, your short name, which is more convenient than the full name when they're looking for some URLs of your business. If we go further on, any tools which help me to connect with your business should be filled in your business profile. And definitely we're talking about your phone number, the correct address. It is about the messaging option. It is the review feedback, which you're giving to each and every review, however good or bad it is. It's better to answer all reviews. It doesn't matter that much whether they're positive or negative, as long as you care for your customers. Just answer and try to improve. If it's a relevant comment, you could help your customers with. Keep customers coming back. Once again, reviews is a powerful tool for me to select a particular hotel or a restaurant or a castle to visit and make beautiful pictures of. Therefore, if I posted a 5-star review for your place, well, I'd appreciate if you could thank me and invite me for some new events or some new places you also manage, etc. The question is, okay, we know that photos, complete profiles, hours of operations, and phone numbers do help, but how much? A lot. These are just numbers which we've collected across the globe from business profiles. If you have a complete set of photos of your business, your products, 42% more likely you will get directions to your business. If you've completed your full profile with all the pictures, address, phone number, links, URLs, description of products, feedback form, 7 times more clicks, those businesses will most likely to get. And if I see your hours of operations, even if I know where your place is, but I'm not sure whether you're open or not, more likely I would visit your business tonight. Same with the phone number. We would love to call you just to double check details. And if I don't have a phone number, I would not risk even perhaps visiting your place or visiting your website if I don't understand your hours of operations. You will get statistics of interaction of your customers with your business profile. How many people viewed, how many people searched in Google search, how many people asked for the direction, how many people called your business. Based on these statistics, you can improve your product, you can improve your business profile, and see how your business profile is getting traction over the months or weeks. Okay. The next question is, okay, that's fine, that's theory. But how do we get started? There are 2 ways you can start your business on Google My Business. You can simply create your business if this is the first time you put your business on a map, or you put it with the business profile. Or you say that, well, some good friends, some customers already put my cafeteria on Google Maps. I didn't even put it, but they put it, and there are some reviews, etc. You can claim this business. You can say, well, thank you. Looks like my business. I can claim my business. And if you manage the mailbox, for example, the phone number of this business, we can verify you. We can prove that, okay, looks like you own this business. Therefore, from now on, you can manage the business profile of this particular place or online business. So what you need to start, you go to google.com business, and many of you I know have already put your businesses on the map. Some of you have already, or many of you have already built business profiles. But for those who haven't tried it yet, I'll just walk you through several simple steps how you start your business. So if I go to google.com business and I want to start my business in Tbilisi, for example, and I call it Hide and Seek Cafe at Tbilisi, I put the name of a business I want to build business profile of, and I try to understand whether this business exists already or not. If the business like this exists already or not with this name, you will get some prompts below this line. In this particular case, looks like it's a brand new cafe in Tbilisi. This is my place, and yes, I call it hide and seek. So I decided a business profile for this particular business with this name. Next stage is important. You select a category which your business belongs to. This is important. You'd better say truth, what this place is all about. In my case, I say, I think it's an arts cafe because there are some exhibitions in my cafeteria and there are so many artists to be invited in my cafe and there are frequent visitors to my cafeteria. Therefore, I put it under art cafe category. Next question, and this is back to the question from community who said, do I need business profile if I don't have a place? If you don't have a place, you just say, well, I don't have a physical location to show on Google Map. That's fine. But if you have a place, you tick yes, and we go and add your business on a Google Map. Then you just add your address, you select postal code, you select a city. Sometimes you also serve customers beyond your particular location. For example, you may deliver pizza, or you visit customers at their home locations. Well, in this particular place, I think in particular time, I think that's a valid tool to serve your customers in the area if you deliver something. And the next step will be adding contact details, your phone number and your website address, website URL. Sometimes you do have a website address, but sometimes you don't. Therefore, if you do not have a website but would like to get one, you can select an option, get a free website based on your info, and we'll help you build a very simple but very good free website from Google. Okay. At the end, this is what you get. This will be your business profile. There are several sections on the business profile. You can edit those. You can see pencil across the sections. You can edit this, and we encourage you to review each and every detail of your business profile. If you have some good news or bad news with your business profile, make your business relevant to customers with the correct information. So, final part is, okay, I need help from Google to create a website in Google Business Profile. Once again, 10 minutes to create it. Very simple tool. You create, you edit it, and then you publish your website within the Google Business Profile tool. So what you do, you go to your business profile, you select a section website, and you click to the website. You will see an option to edit your website, and there are four sections of editing your website. First, you select themes. Which theme you would like to use to your website. We try to offer you something very relevant to your business. But once again, it is your choice. You scroll and browse through the themes we offer you. You choose it, you customize it, you go to the next slide. Then you add a description of your business, information like the name, details of your business, products you're offering. This is a very important step because Google search algorithms and Google Maps algorithms, they also take into account all the details you put on your website profile, how you describe your business. Next stage, add in photos to your website. Once again, it is a bit different than just adding photos to your Google business profile. This is where you add photos to your website. Think about those photos, get them ready with good, high quality imagery, and add those to the section of the website you think is most relevant. Next, you go to the settings. You choose the language you specify your site in, and then you can publish your website either from the settings section, or you click the publish button in the upper right corner, and your website goes live. You can edit it anytime. Therefore, don't worry if you made a minor mistake. It is not carved in stone in Google. You can edit it, update it anytime you want. Okay. Talking about the name of your website. Once again, there are two options. First is the free business site from Google. You just check your business name, whether this particular name is still available for us to offer you a free website. Another option, you already have a website and you decided to, your domain, and you decided to add that particular domain. You've got a domain, you purchased a domain, but you don't have a website. You can use that particular domain for the website. And if it's a free Google business domain, go check the name, if it's available or not, or choose something very close to your business name. If you want to use a commercial domain, more customized solution, you can choose any commercial domain provider and purchase domain. It's up to you. But this is not a Google product. You can choose your preferred provider of paid domains. Well, and that is it. This is how you launch your business online. Once again, easy, free, doesn't take much time. Thank you so much. I'm giving back my word to Oleg, and I'm very happy to answer questions if there are any.
Sure, thank you very much. Sure, we have questions for you. I have asked my colleagues to choose several of them just to share these during this session. And the very first one, how can a private tourism city guide sell their services through Google? Is there another option other than Google AdWords advertising?
Yeah, luckily you don't have to pay all the time to use good Google products. Therefore, this particular My Business profile could also be used for the city guide, because you do have your website, for example. You can build your website where you can sell your business, and you can link that website to the Google Business profile. Well, you can even put a link to your social profile. If you try to sell something through the social platforms or introduce people to your business on social platforms, this doesn't cost a penny to you. Therefore, I think this is one of the good tools for you to sell to your potential customers without using paid services like Google Ads.
Okay, and I have several more questions, and the next one is more general to you as a Googler. Is Google considering to provide open source data regarding travelers' interests and activities to the companies which are interested in this data?
Well, first of all, I would recommend you to use Google Trends across the markets just to understand which destination and which travel services people are interested in. You can go to Google Trends, select whether it's Google search or YouTube search, what people are searching across those platforms in particular country for particular theme. You can even select a theme, and I think there is some tourism section in the search area. So you can see trends in the last few days, few weeks, or few months. Second option, I think, for you is kind of a trick. You can set up your Google Ads profile, which looks like a paid product, but you don't have to pay anything in Google Ads in order to, for example, try to understand the size of the audience and plan an advertising campaign. Whenever you try to build your advertising campaign and you try to select particular targets, how many people, or find me people who are interested in traveling, who are interested in restaurants, who are interested in European cuisine, who are frequent travelers to these particular places. And there are a number of segments in Google Ads targeting. You first see an approximation of an audience, how many people in this market which are interested in this particular segments, products, services. You don't have to pay for this. This is an estimate Google will give you before you launch your campaign, before you invest in Google Ads. But in order to use this tool, you have to register your Google Ads account, which, once again, you don't have to pay upfront in order to set up. Therefore, set up your Google Ads account, and then once your account is approved, go and try plan your first YouTube campaign or display campaign or Google search ad campaign without paying for it, for example, and understanding the potential, the reach for particular audience, for particular segment, for particular interest.
Okay, thank you very much. And let me share one more question with you. We can upload online pictures. What about videos and live streaming? Does Google give us opportunity to use this in some platform, for instance, to promote my business online?
Yeah, I can, I think, continue with Google My Business. There is a section, Google My Business, which is called simply Photos. If you go to that section in your Google My Business profile and you click Photos, actually under the section Photos, you will see a section Video, and you can upload a video to the photo section in Google My Business profile. I think we should change it in Google. Thank you for this question, because definitely there is a better way to explain that. Yes, you can upload video to the photo section in Google My Business profile. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to remind to all the viewers that we'll have a separate questions and answers session at the end of our event, and we are collecting your questions, and we'll announce them definitely. And at this point, our lecture sessions are over, and we'd like our participants to get a bit interactive and get together in an interactive map. This will be organized by Natalia Pidobit, Google Level 2 certified trainer and expert on digital education. Yesterday, we have sent a link to the map to all our registered participants. Thanks to everyone who have seen that and who have tried that. Natalia, we will continue with this right now. And to join the map, please follow the link in the chat. I believe my colleagues already shared this in the live chat on YouTube. We also added the link to the event website in the map page. Please check it out. And at this point, Natalia, the floor is yours.
Hello, everybody. You've got a link to our website, the Digital Tourism Ecosystem, and please open the home page of this site. And now please select the page map on the upper top, and please click on it. Scroll down and you'll see the digital built-in map. And please click on the top right corner of the map on the View Larger Map. Here, please click on it. When the map is opened, please click Edit on your left, like this. This map was created on the Google Drive by Google My Maps. Are you following me? Great. Thank you. Madlaba. And now we ask you to add your marker at our map. To do this, please click on the marker button at the top here. Please click on it. And then please move to the place where you are from. For example, I've been in Rustavi in my childhood. That's why I chose this beautiful town for my point. And now you can see a new window. And please erase the point with the number and write your name or your nickname if you want. And my name is Natalie. That's why I type my name. And then please click Save and close the window. Dear friends, we ask you to do the same and please add your marker on our map. And then we will be ready to present our map. And we will see how many of us be in our participants and where are you from and how you cooperated with us today. And what is important, this map is saved in our website and it is available for you, for all of us when we need it. And thanks a lot for your activity. Goodbye, Alexei.
Yes, thank you so much. We didn't have much. We didn't have many points added to the map, but I believe we'll have more with the time. Okay, thank you. We are moving on, and I can't believe we've come to the last part of our today's great event. Right now, we have an opportunity to ask all the questions you may have to our bright speakers. And I believe my colleagues will help me with sharing these questions to me, and I'm waiting for those questions in the chat. I see that we have questions to Mykola Omelchenko. Okay, Mykola, if you see the questions, please announce them. Announce one of the one you want to answer, and followed by the answer.
Okay, it'll take me just a few seconds. Okay, talks about to me about Street View and cameras. What are the brands that I've already answered that one, and I'll repeat again. You have to test the cameras. You have to read their reviews and to make sure that you understand every aspect of it before you even buy it. Some of the cameras allow you to do the stitching right away, and it's 360 immediately. Some of them you have to process afterwards, which I read the next question is, what's the process from taking one picture and publishing to the web? It takes a while. For example, if you use the simple cameras that do it in one snap, then it will take you seconds to create a 360 photo and publish it to the map. The quality might not be very precise or good, but still people understand what's around them and how to get to the place. Now, to do a virtual tour, you need to create several pictures and connect them. This might take several minutes or half an hour for you on your phone to get those pictures and the panels located on the map, connect in proper way, and then, of course, publish it. Now, when we're talking the professional side, it might take much, much more time. For example, I use the mirrorless camera with the fisheye that I take pictures on the spot. Then I go back home, upload them, stitch them, color correct them, maybe sometimes Photoshop if something bad got in the picture as I was taking picture. Then putting them on the third-party service to connect them. Make sure again that everything is correct, publish them, and then Google will take up to 48 or 72 hours for all the pictures to be published on the web and connected. So from 2 minutes to up to couple of hours, couple of days for the final result.
Okay, thank you. I have a general question, and you may decide who is answering. Google is promising to send postcards by paper mail with the PIN code to verify business. I tried to get it, but never succeeded. What can I do in this case? Thank you. Mykola, maybe you have some experience on that too.
I can answer that. Yes. Even right now with the COVID-19, all the services have slowed down, so it might take longer than just 2 or 3 weeks. There are also possibilities to verify businesses not only via post mail, but also via the phone. If the phone is accepted and correct on the Google page, then Google will either call you or will send you a text message. And depending again on your business, there are some other ways to verify your business. One of them also is available to several trusted photographers to have ability to verify your business instantly without waiting for the code from the Google, but providing you a code over email, over the phone call, or somehow else, and they'll send you a code, a link. You will have to click on it, and your business will be verified. But of course, it's we have to know that your business is legit, that you are the owner of the business. We have to check and make several steps before we will send you this code. So if anyone interested, I'll be able to help. And as a courtesy to those who are visiting our webinar, I'll be happy to be a help. Thank you, Alexei.
Thank you. One remark that I like actually is thanks for the workshop. I'd like to tell you that some of us represent travel companies. Please give us some good advices. How can we use these possibilities in internet universe on behalf of our company? And then a question, actually 2 parts of one question, which I would like to address to Serhiy. Google My Business in Georgia does not allow to add a messenger app. When it will be available, and can I have several businesses on one profile?
Yeah, thank you for this question. For those people who don't know about the 2 options of messaging or text communication with your customers, the first option is the review. So I could place a review of your business, and you as an owner can respond to this review. This is available. You can do it in your profile in Georgia. Therefore, this product is working perfectly. And I recommend you to frequently post responses to the reviews of your potential customers and existing customers. The second option, which this question covers mainly, is the direct messaging with the business. We are gradually opening this opportunity to many markets. This business is slightly linked to the localization or local language of the market. This is something we're working for Georgia, and I'm sure that in the future, hopefully nearest future, you would have this option also available in Georgia, and then you will be able to I would be able to directly message you, asking, for example, I'm going to come in half an hour to you. Are you open or not? Is there a line in your restaurant, etc.? And you could instantly message me back saying, yeah, Sergey, happy to see you in half an hour. Please come over. So this option will be available in the future. It is linked to localization, local language, and will update you in the due time. The next question was about several businesses. Can you add a number of businesses or locations to your profile? Yeah, you can add more locations to the same profile, and you can add a lot of businesses, create a number of different business profiles if you are the owner. For example, if you are a lucky owner of 10 restaurants and also 10 hotels, definitely you create 2 profiles of one chain of hotels and one chain of restaurants. You can manage them in different profiles if you're the same owner, or you can add different locations to the chain if you have a number of locations under the same business name.
Okay, thank you very much. And at this point, I would like to ask my colleagues to come back to the map page and to see how many new pins we do have there. So it means that we have the participants from all over the country. Thank you so much. And I believe we'll have more in future. Many of them are from Tbilisi, I see. But anyway, great. We all have done a great job. Thanks to everyone for being with us. I would add that we would definitely gather more questions, and we would definitely ask our speakers to prepare the answers for them, and we would definitely make new trainings according to the things you would like to know, you would like to experience, to put in your practice. And at this point, I would like to thank everyone. Nachvamdis, goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.